So this year, when I sat down and I looked at the group of students I had, every year as a teacher, you look at the class, because every year you can't do the same thing. Your kids are different. Who they are and their personalities, maturity, all of that makes a difference in what you do and how you implement what you do. Second year in a row, sat down and I said to the students, how did you learn to drive? And we had our typical answers, well, driver's ed. And then we started to really brainstorm a little bit more. And they said, well, in the beginning, I knew that you had to get behind the driver's seat. And the first thing you do is put your seatbelt on. And then I knew that you had to, hold your both hands on the steering wheel. And I said, how did you know this? They said, well, we watched our parents. Like my mom drove me to soccer practice and my dad was driving me here. And whenever we went on vacation, and they paid attention. And that's the thing that then sparked our idea as a campaign, was the number one influencers in our lives, in teens' lives actually, are parents.
So this is my third year being involved with our Safe Driving campaign. And for me, I found it really important because as a high schooler, there's a lot of new and experienced drivers. And I know how dangerous that can be when people don't take it seriously. So I found it important to promote our message of safe driving. And this year, what we've come to realize is how much of an impact parents can have on new and inexperienced drivers.
We started the year off with having a representative from Impact Team Drivers spend the day educating us on the dangers of distracted driving, sharing stories from families of those who died, showing us the wheel of death, the percentages of different factors that impact us as drivers.
But is there a 0% chance of ever getting into a car crash?
Set and go.
The 5K run against distracted driving has become a community-wide involvement. People run together to raise awareness about being a safe driver. I remember one activity we did in Mrs. Breese's class where we collected data on all the cars driving by and if they were distracted. What we noticed was that people would stop at the light, eat, fix hair, and drink coffee. It just made us realize how many adults think it is okay, and we wanted to change that. One of my favorite things we did was the driving simulators, which was an amazing experience. Sitting on a virtual reality set, it was like I was the one on the road. And then driving, texting, it was difficult to drive. Made me think about what it is like to actually do that on the road. Not that I want to scare people, but it is scary to know how we have to change our mindsets and be safe drivers. There's a reason for the saying, eyes on the road, hands on the wheel, mind on the drive.
It's my last year before I graduate high school. For the last few years, my mission has been to change the mindset that distracted driving is okay. I want all the adults out there to know that it starts with you. Be the driver you want your child to be.